Mike Tyson is going to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. I'm not sure when they're having this fight. Do you know when this fight is supposed to happen?
I think it's supposed to be April of next year. I think they're talking about.
Okay.
I think they said April of next year. I could be wrong.
Okay. Now I know some people are okay with it, because they're like, okay, they getting a bag, they getting money, of course it's gonna be a few millions for both of them. But to me, it's just a sparring match because I don't think neither one of them are going to try and knock each other out. I think they're just going to be, just sparring with each other. I can't take this fight seriously. I don't think most of the time when people watch boxing, they're looking to see somebody knock somebody out. And I don't think Tyson or Floyd are going to try and knock each other out. I really don't think Floyd could knock out Tyson, even though Tyson is in the 60s. I'm not sure that Floyd could even knock him out if he tried to knock him out. What do you think?
Yeah, I just think that at some point in time, it became a realization to boxing that from an integrity standpoint, it's not especially important as long as people are willing to consume it and pay it. And it's marketable. We're going to do it. And we don't really care about the integrity of boxing or anything of that nature anymore. If people are willing to pay, we're going to give it to them. If you're willing to digest it, we're going to cook it up and we're going to serve it. And that's kind of where we are here. It's unfortunate, and we talked about this. I talked about this last week about how these people are able to slide under the guise of the word exhibition, right? And that way, that no matter what happens in the fight, even if you see it with your own two eyes, then you can say, the person can later say, "Oh no, I didn't lose. That's not on my record. That was an exhibition. That was an exhibition." And that's what's really creating a very murky place, I believe, for boxing, and the fact that these people are hiding behind this particular word. They're getting paid as actual professionals, as if it's an actual fight, because people are paying for a price to see this exhibition. So they want their cut, but then yet it doesn't affect their record at all. And that's absolutely insane to me. How serious they're going to take it, we know Mayweather, he knows how to market and build the fight. I think that Mayweather's last knockout was, I think that cheap shot knockout to Victor Ortiz back maybe was that like 15 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
That was his last knockout, I believe. I could be wrong, but that was a long time ago. And it wasn't even, it was like there was an asterisk next to that. So the truth of the matter is, Floyd by nature is not a knockout artist. That is not something that he has been known to be for a very long time. Mike on the other side of it is, but the fact that he struggled in his last fight, to be able to, his legs didn't look like they were up underneath him. His legs just looked really weird if you looked at his legs.
Wait, are you talking about his fight with Jake Paul?
Yes,
or whatever,
yeah.
or
that's right.
Okay, because he did fight Roy Jones also, and
that's true. That's true. Do we help them with this training camp for the last one? So I saw him not live on pads, but they would go up to some of the mountains that we run and we work up out at, and he took some footage and shared it with me and shared it with some people. And Mike looked prime. He looked like prime Mike back when he was getting ready for that Paul fight. And when he got out there, his movement, his mobility looked compromised. And again, Floyd might have saw something in that fight. I'm sure he did. He's a smart man where he's like, I can get out there. I can survive. I can get this back. Because as Floyd, he's a businessman, but he is also a man with a lot of spending habits as well. So his money's working for him, but he's still young enough to where he needs to still be eyeballing, making some money, and then capitalizing off his name. Because like we talked about last week, when we talked about Bud Crawford and a lot of these other people are getting close to his record, as these people start to ascend and they're still much younger than him, they're at some point in time going to pass him. So because of the fact that he's not necessarily a fan favorite as far as his personality, him as an actual person, once people start to usurp him and pass him up, then his relevance is going to fade away awful fast. So he's trying to find a way to be able to continue to fight these notable people, these big names, still capture his relevance, still be able to get, crazy amounts of money in the process, and just, still stay active in the community. And this is a smart way of him being able to do it, because he knows that if Paul fought him and beat him, then he can't be in these talks for one of the greatest if these other YouTubers and other boxers are beating some of these legends and he's still sitting on the couch. No matter what he's accomplished, he still has to find a way to be able to cement not just his legacy, but some level of relevance. And this is a means of being able to do it. Mike's going to take the fight because it's Mike. You know, he likes a challenge, but we know that he had, you know, many years where he struggled financially because of those taxes and the IRS and the feds was on his head. And, you know, he was just trying to make a comeback. He's still in shape. And it's an opportunity for him to be able to search to be able to do the same. Are they going to try to knock each other out? I don't know. That I can't say. But it's just another one of these side shows that boxing's promoting right now, to be honest. Yeah. At least they're both boxers, though. At least they're both legitimate boxers. Weight class is far removed. But it's just another one of those side shows that boxing has become, to be honest with you.